Number 10. The Pyramid Lie, the Forgotten Kingdom. If I say pyramids, you immediately think of Egypt. Well, history has lied to you. Sudan actually has nearly double the number of pyramids that Egypt has. While Egypt boasts around 138 pyramids, Sudan is home to over 250 ancient pyramids, mostly clustered in the desert of Meroe. These weren't built by Egyptians. They were built by the Black Pharaohs of the Kingdom of Kush, a powerful civilization that actually conquered and ruled Egypt for a century. These structures are steeper and smaller than the ones in Giza, but just as magnificent. They are the resting places of kings and queens who controlled the Nile thousands of years ago. But here is the tragic reality. They are empty. There are no tour buses, no souvenir shops, and no guides. Just wind and sand. Due to decades of conflict and instability, these wonders of humanity are completely abandoned. You can literally walk into a 3,000-year-old tomb and be the only person there. It is the loneliest archaeological treasure on the planet. Number 9. The Smoke Ritual, Dukhan. In Sudan, the spa isn't about water, it's about fire. There is a deeply rooted tradition called Dukhan. Before getting married and regularly afterwards to keep their husbands happy, women undergo a beauty ritual that would terrify a Western dermatologist. They strip naked and sit over a hole in the ground where special aromatic acacia wood, called tali, is burning. They cover themselves with thick wool blankets to trap the smoke and sit there for hours, sweating profusely. The result? The smoke dyes their skin a glowing, bright yellow-orange color. But it's not just about the color. The smoke impregnates their skin with a strong, distinct scent that is considered extremely aphrodisiac in Sudanese culture. It is practically mandatory. If a married woman stops doing Dukhan, society assumes she is divorced or in mourning. It is an extreme beauty standard, literally cooking your skin to be attractive. Number 8. The Curse of Gold. Sudan is rich, incredibly rich. The country is literally sitting on mountains of gold. It is the third largest gold producer in Africa. In a normal country, this would mean paved roads, hospitals, and schools. In Sudan, it means death. This gold is the fuel for the war. Most of the mines are not controlled by the government, but by ruthless militias, specifically the Rapid Support Forces, RSF. They force civilians to work in dangerous conditions to extract the gold, which is then smuggled out of the country, mostly to markets in Dubai or Russia. That stolen money is used to buy the missiles and machine guns that are destroying the country right now. It is a perfect, tragic cycle. The gold finances the war, and the war protects the gold. The resource that should have saved Sudan is the very thing destroying it. Number 7. Women who become husbands. In the Nilotic tribes along the southern border, gender rules are fluid in ways that would shock the West. There is a tradition known as woman-to-woman marriage. But this is not about homosexuality. It is about business and lineage. In these cultures, wealth is counted in cattle and children. If a woman is wealthy and has many cows, but she is barren and cannot have children, her family line is at risk of dying out. The solution? Society allows her to become a social man. She pays a dowry of cows and legally marries another younger woman. The young wife then has sex with selected male lovers. But, and this is the key, the children born from those unions do not belong to the biological father. They legally belong to the older woman, the female husband. She is the father on the birth certificate. She is the head of the household. It is a brilliant, if confusing, survival strategy to ensure that a woman's wealth and name survive death. Before we get to the number 1 spot and reveal the dark truth about the ghost marriages and the current war, hit that subscribe button. At Culture Shock, we show you the reality that mainstream news ignores. Join our community now. Number 6. The Ghost City, Khartoum. Till recently, Khartoum was a bustling metropolis where the Blue Nile and the White Nile meet. It was a city of tea ladies, universities, and traffic jams. Today, it looks like a real-life map from Call of Duty. Since the war exploded in April 2023, the capital has been looted and destroyed. Millions of residents fled for their lives, leaving behind luxury cars, mansions, and businesses. Now, militias occupy civilian homes, using them as bases. Snipers hide in apartment blocks. If you look at satellite imagery today, you will see entire neighborhoods turn to ash. The silence in the streets is more terrifying than the noise of the bombs. A city of 5 million people has become a shell of its former self. Number 5. The heat that kills. If you think your summer is hot, you haven't been to Sudan. It is arguably the hottest country on Earth. In the summer months, temperatures easily exceed 50 degrees Celsius. That's 122 degrees Fahrenheit. The heat is so intense it can melt the rubber soles of your shoes. But the heat isn't the only enemy. They have the haboob. These are gigantic sandstorms that look like apocalyptic walls of red dust swallowing entire cities in minutes. When a haboob hits, day turns to night. Visibility drops to zero. You cannot breathe without a scarf. Living here isn't just about surviving the war. It is a daily battle against the planet itself. Number 4. The return of slave markets. This is the hardest part of the video to watch. In the 21st century, we assume slavery is history. In Sudan, it has reportedly returned. The UN and human rights organizations have documented that in regions like Darfur, the ethnic cleansing has brought back the horrors of the slave trade. Militias capture women and girls from rival tribes. They are not treated as prisoners of war. They are treated as property. Reports suggest they are sold in markets or gifted to soldiers as rewards. It is a regression of hundreds of years in human rights happening right now while you watch this video, and the international community is largely silent. Number 3. The whirling dervishes. But Sudan is not just darkness. It possesses one of the most hypnotic spiritual traditions in the world. Every Friday in the Omdurman cemetery, the Sufis gather to dance. This is not a performance for tourists, it is a religious act. Dressed in colorful patchwork robes of green and red, they spin and spin and spin. For hours, they whirl in circles to the beat of drums, entering a mystical trance to connect with God. They believe that by spinning, they detach from the material world and touch the divine. It is a spectacle of peace, joy, and resistance in the middle of chaos. They say that when the dervishes spin, the pain of the world disappears. Number 2. The ghost marriage. We have arrived at the most shocking tradition of all, the reason for our title. In the newer culture, death does not end a marriage contract. If a man dies without having a son, his spirit is restless because his name will disappear. To solve this, his younger brother must marry the widow. But here is the twist. He does not marry her in his own name. He marries her in the name of his dead brother. During the wedding ceremony, the name of the deceased is spoken. When the new couple has children, the biological father, the living brother, is considered just a biological instrument. Legally and socially, the children belong to the ghost. They carry the dead man's name. They inherit the dead man's cows. It is a society where the dead have as many rights as the living. Number 1. The War of Two Generals. And finally, number 1. The tragedy that is happening today. The current war in Sudan is not about religion, and it's not about ideology. It is a street fight between two men, General Burhan, the head of the army, and General Hemedti, the head of the RSF militia. These two men were once allies. They staged a coup together, but then they turned on each other to see who would sit on the throne and who would control the gold. Because of their egos, over 10 million people have been forced to flee their homes. It is currently the largest displacement crisis in the world, bigger than Ukraine, bigger than Gaza. A country with the potential to be the breadbasket of Africa is starving, held hostage by the ambition of two generals. Sudan is proof that a country can have all the wealth in the world, gold, water, history, and still be poor if it lacks peace. Did you know about the ghost marriages? Would you dare to visit those lonely pyramids? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next Culture Shock.